Hey everyone, welcome back to NeraVibes. We are now on to part 3 of our 5-part series, the AI Agent Masterclass, Build Your First Digital Employee. In part 2, we gave our agent a brain to think and hands to act. It's no longer a dumb AI, but now we face a new critical question. How do we actually build the body that connects that brain and those hands? That brings us to today's video, how to actually build an AI, the Lego versus Locomotive choice.
What does that mean? Well, when you build an agent, you have a fundamental choice. Do you build it piece by piece, kind of like Legos, which gives you total flexibility and custom control? Or do you start with a powerful, pre-built Locomotive, a massive framework or platform that gets you moving fast but might lock you into its tracks? This decision will impact your project's speed, cost, and power. Here at NeraVibes, I want to help you make the right choice for your goals. Today, we're breaking down the pros and cons of both methods. Let's dive in.
So we're at a major fork in the road here. And this isn't some minor technical detail. This is like the great divide in AI development. The choice you make right here sets the entire foundation for everything that comes after.
And that's a crucial point, you know? This isn't about just picking a cool piece of tech. This is probably the most important strategic decision you're going to make. It's a choice between a fast, kind of prefabricated solution and a totally custom high-performance engine. One path gets you an answer this week, but the other one, that builds you a competitive advantage for next year. Let's look at the first path. Okay, let's start with path 1, the pragmatist choice. This approach is all about speed, simplicity, and getting an immediate return on your investment. It's all about using these powerful tools that don't actually require you to be a programmer. No-code and low-code platforms. So what even is a no-code platform? Honestly, just think of it like a digital workbench. Instead of writing lines and lines of code, you're visually connecting these pre-built Lego bricks using a drag-and-drop interface. You don't need to be a programmer, but you do need to be a logical thinker. If you can map out a process on a whiteboard, you can probably build an agent this way.
And for our t-shirt store example, we're going to start with our MVP, our minimum viable product. The goal is super simple. Solve the single biggest customer service headache, which is that one constant question. Where is my order?
And this slide just perfectly shows how fast this path really is. The process is literally 4 steps. You drag in a block to listen for the question, then one to ask for the order number, you grab a pre-built tool that connects right to Shopify, and then a final block to speak the answer. It's that simple. It's all visual.
And the result of that? Well, you can build a production-ready, business-saving AI workflow in about 30 minutes. Not 30 days, not 30 weeks, 30 minutes. That is the incredible power of the no-code approach for just getting started.
So where can you actually do this? Well, platforms like Voiceflow are excellent for creating really advanced conversational agents. Botpress is a great, flexible, open-source option. For our t-shirt store, though, tools like Tidio and Gorgias are perfect because they plug directly into Shopify. And a powerful new player is Zapier Central for automating all sorts of internal workflows.
The verdict for our first problem is crystal clear. To solve that "where is my order" question, this is the only path that makes any sense. It handles our biggest pain point immediately, and that frees up our resources for something much more ambitious.
Which brings us to path 2, the power user's choice. This is where we shift from snapping together pre-made bricks to, firing up the forge and building a high-performance engine completely from the ground up.
So, custom development, that means writing code, most likely in Python, to connect directly to the raw intelligence of models like GPT-4 or Gemini. You're basically manufacturing your own components for total control. Now, it's slower, it's more expensive, which raises a pretty critical question. What makes it worth all that extra effort? The answer? Because this is how you build a secret weapon. This is how you create an agent that solves a problem so unique to your business that no off-the-shelf tool could ever even touch it. This is where you create a true, lasting competitive advantage.
For our t-shirt store, we would never use this path for a simple order status bot. That's like using a bulldozer to plant a flower. No, we use this path to solve our next biggest problem, the supply chain nightmare of predicting when we're going to run out of our best-selling shirts. Just look at the logic here. A custom agent can fetch sales data from Shopify, check our shipping container status from Airtable, and then feed all of that into an AI model to literally predict the future. It can warn us weeks in advance of a stockout, saving us from a massive loss in sales. A no-code tool just it can't do this.
And if you are going down this path, this slide here shows the kind of technical stack you'll need. Python is pretty much the dominant language. Frameworks like LangChain or Crew AI, they act like the plumbing, connecting all the pieces. You'll tap into a model's brain through an API from a provider like Google or OpenAI, and then you'll host your code on a service like Vercel.
So we've seen two very different paths. One is built for speed, the other is built for pure power. One gets you a solution this week, the other builds you a long-term advantage. So, how do you choose between them? Well, here's the secret.
You don't. You stop thinking of it as a choice. The real strategy, the one that I think 99% of businesses should be using, isn't or, it's then. You use both in the right order. Here is the framework. It's a two-step plan. Step 1, use a no-code tool to solve your most immediate, painful problem and get a fast win. For us, that means using Gorgias or Tidio to build our order status bot this week. Step 2, you take the time and the money you save from that win and you use it as your R&D budget to fund the much more ambitious custom project.
And this slide just visualizes the end result so perfectly. You'll have two digital employees working for you, the no-code clerk, who is happily answering customer questions 24/7, and the custom strategist, silently watching your supply chain and protecting your revenue.
So the real question isn't which path is better, but which path is your first step. By starting with a quick Lego win, you can actually fund the development of your powerful Locomotive project. You get the best of both worlds, immediate results, and a long-term strategic advantage. That's how you move from just solving today's problems to truly building tomorrow's business. All right, that's the end of part 3. You now understand the critical difference between the Lego and the Locomotive approaches to building your agent. This is one of the most important decisions you'll make, and I hope this breakdown made that choice a lot clearer for you. If this video helped you out, please hit that like button. It's a massive help for the NeraVibes channel and lets me know we're on the right track. We are officially past the halfway point of this masterclass. To follow along and finish building your digital employee with me, make sure you subscribe to NeraVibes and click that bell. I'll be working on part 4 next, and you can expect it to drop very soon. I'd love to hear from the NeraVibes community. Based on what we discussed, are you leaning toward the Lego or the Locomotive approach for your project? Let me know why in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next NeraVibes video. Keep the vibe going.